North Gemini Lake State Forest Campground is located in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, about 20 miles to the northeast of Shingleton. The campground is situated on the north end of Gemeni Lake, which is a 120-acre lake and an excellent option for people who want to head up north and experience some rustic camping and some fishing opportunities. Right when you pull into the campground, you get right up to the water and see the small boat launch area that is a paved boat launch, and there's some boating information and fishing information posted here by the boat launch. You should have no problem backing your motorboat and trailer down into the lake here and taking off for a nice, peaceful, quiet day of fishing and possibly being the only ones on the lake. The campground is split up into two different loops, and the boat launch is in the center of the loops. I'm going to walk through and start looking at some of the campsites here, and the first one is campsite number 1. And right away you get the feeling that these campsites are a little more secluded from one another than typical state forest campgrounds. There is a lot of low-growth trees and shrubbery that helps block the view of your neighbors, and they definitely did not pile the campsites on top of one another here in this campground. You can see how far I have to walk to get back to this next campsite, and it has a beautiful view of the lake right here, up on a little bit of a ledge. Each campsite does come with a picnic table and a fire ring, and each one does cost $20 a night. Campsite number 4 here, another fairly shallow one, definitely not big enough for large trailers. However, you could back your pop-up camper in there just fine. Same situation with number 3, right across the road here. Not huge, but they're really nice, very remote feeling. And then this one here is a little bit deeper, but you only have a tent on it. Keep in mind that if you arrive here with too large of a rig and you cannot get the campsite that you need to fit your rig into, you can travel just a short way south, and there is a South Gemini State Forest Campground. In fact, there are a handful of state forest campgrounds right in this area, so you should not have a problem finding a place to stay, except for busy weekends when travelers are up here camping, so they have a chance to view the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Here we are at another campsite that seems like it was abandoned. There's actually some chairs here, but there's no tents, no campers, no hammocks. Maybe the people traveling and reserving this campsite are staying in a vehicle or something like that, but there was nobody here, and there was abandoned chairs. Look how nice and deep that site is, and then the one here where I am parked at. Plenty of enough space here for my vehicle and a couple different tents, a small pop-up camper, but again, definitely not deep enough for a large travel trailer. Here we are on the next part of the loop, going backwards through it, and great big site here. Another one with just a tent. There's actually nobody at these sites. I'm walking through here. There's lots of tents set up, but no vehicles here except for mine. It's a really nice sunny September day, and everybody is at Pictured Rocks, soaking in the sun and enjoying the view and the heat out by Lake Superior. So it's at least nice to know that on nice sunny days, the campground's super quiet. You could see back there are vault toilets available, and the campground does have hand pump water. So keep that in mind when you're traveling up here, that you either want to pack your own water or you're going to have to use the water from the hand pump, which can be a little rusty. Here we have a sign for the Gemeni Lake Pathway. It's a short hike, less than 2 miles long, and you can do that nice little loop and wind up right back here at the campground. Definitely recommend it.